Welcome. It's Chris Gray Show. I am your humble, gracious host. Throw that line straight from Joe Budden. Chris Gray, how are you? Doing all right? Doing all right. First question of the day. Did you wash your fucking face today? Huh? It's about 12 of you guys who didn't wash their face. And it's about 15 of you guys who did not brush their teeth today. I want to let you guys know that I see you, and I wanted to point that out and point you guys out for everybody else, so we know who you are. We know who you are, right? Shout out to you. How are you guys doing? Right? Passion fruit, lemonade with a little bit of reposado in it. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. All right, we're gonna do the show, right? But let's get into it really quick. Of course, if you are watching this, it is after Thanksgiving and it's well into December. Right. A lot of men aren't used to women genuinely caring for them, right? Yeah. That's usually how it is, right? We're usually not cared for, liked, or tolerated unless we're doing something, right? We are where we at right here. This is right here. We're producing something, right? We're giving something, right? Um, Really, only women and children are loved unconditionally. We are loved on the condition that we protect and provide, right? It's a harsh reality that most men will or have faced coming up. And a lot of us just accept it because there's nothing we can really do about it. We can't make people love us. You can't make, especially women. Like, we can't make women love us. They love us for the reason that they love us, right? We can love her because of her beauty and stuff like that, right? Her natural beauty, something she was born with, right? You know, she doesn't have to give anything. She doesn't have to do anything. She can just be loved, and that's it, right? But ours is we are only loved. Only under the condition that we are actively giving something, right? It sounds like fucked up, but it's like both genders got like a lot of like messed up stuff, right? But for me as a guy, it's always been like that, right? It's always been like that, right? The moment you stop producing, the moment the love kind of like just fades away, right? That's why it's not okay to just be a good guy, right? It's just not. You have to be more than just a good man, right? Whereas women can just be good women and that's it, right? But as a man, you have to be a good man plus a whole bunch of other shit, right? Depending on who you standing in front of, right? Sometimes women use that. They'll hear that from men, and then they'll use that to victimize themselves and shit like that. It's fucking crazy. Like, when on social media, whenever like somebody, a male or female, a man or a woman, speak about something that men go through, I'm not just talking about black men, I'm just talking about just men in general, right? There's always a big avalanche of women who are quick to say, no, that's not it. It's hilarious, right? It's hilarious, right? You ever like tell somebody something like about how you feel, and they try to like either invalidate how you feel or dismiss it completely. Like, that's not true. It's crazy you feel that way. That's not true. This shit is crazy. Stay away from those fucking people. Those people are the devil. I've just been seeing a lot of that online. Like a lot of like not necessarily like pro men posts. It's just be like it's just like posts that explores the emotionality of men, right? Because you don't see that a lot. But then you go to the comments and it's just always like women just saying, fuck you. No, that's not how you feel. You feel like this. You feel it's fucking sad. I'm sorry. It is. It is. We kind of do that thing where we police each other's emotions and shit. Like both genders do it, right? I think women do it more than men, but I do believe that both genders do it, right? And of course, I believe women do it more than men because I'm a man. So from my point of view, it looks like they do it to us a lot, right? So that's just me there. This shit crazy. Right? What else we got? Get your shit together. Right? Oh, yeah. I know what it is. Where do we go from here? Hold on. Where? Right here, right now, I know how I feel about Thanksgiving, right? I don't really particularly care for that shit, right? And then Christmas is like a month later. As a kid, you're like, oh man, Christmas is fucking cool. Christmas was really the only time I got shit on the years that I got shit. There was actually a bunch of years where niggas didn't get shit for Christmas. And there was also one year where I had to watch my sister open up gifts. I didn't get shit that year. They just said, my mom said they didn't have what you like. They didn't have what you wanted. As a kid, you just take it at face value. Oh, that's fucked up. Like, you don't think it's fucked up in the moment, but as an adult, you kind of think that kind of took a toll on me. Anyway.
This is in some of y'all church.
That's right.
Thank you.
Before he get the cookie and shit, you already know what type of time he already on, because I felt that when he said that to me, and I don't even have a Christmas tree in my house.
God for television. This is in some of y'all church. This is in some of y'all homes.
That's right.
Now, your pastor is telling you Jesus' birthday is coming on the 25th.
Now, although there's nowhere in the... Okay. I don't know where we got that from. I don't know. I don't even know if I even heard that in church, to just be perfectly honest. Right? They never said that his birthday was on the day of. They just did the little song and dance. 3 days later, he rose again. That's love. They did all that stuff, right? They wasn't talking about the nigga birthday like that, but you know.
Amen.
Your pastor is a liar. The Bible ain't never said Jesus was born December 25th.
They ain't never said no bullshit.
Not only is your pastor a liar, your mama.
That's right.
Think about me in the background. That's right.
You talking about my mama? Your mama.
Amen.
Your daddy. Children, there is no Santa Claus.
Hell no.
Your mama or your daddy bought them presents.
Talk.
There is no Santa Claus.
Talk.
There ain't no man 400 and 500 pounds coming down your chimney and live and talk about it. Not today.
Amen.
Stop lying. This is heathenism.
Heathenism.
This is paganism.
That's right.
This ain't got nothing to do with God.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Amen.
10th chapter, book of Jeremiah, real quick. Let me read it.
Jeremiah 10, we'll start at verse 1.
Come on, son.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you.
That's the type of power I want. That's that power I want. When I'm preaching, I just want you to say the verse in the book, say the book in the verse, just out loud, and then have some other man just read it. Hey, my nigga, yo, verse 2 Timothy 2:15. Hit it. And then the slave does it for me and stuff like that. But yeah, Christmas is a big fucking scam, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Thank God I don't have any money, so people don't really expect nothing from me. Like I live in abject poverty, right? So that's that. Christmas is a motherfucking scam. What else do we got? Fuck Myron Gaines. Fuck Myron Gaines. Hold on, check this lady out right here, right? Wait, what else we got? Hold on. Wait, there's something else. Oh no. Oh yeah. Check this evil woman out here. She's an evil woman. These women are evil. No, not women aren't evil. There's a certain group of you guys that are inherently evil. This woman I'm going to show you, she's in that group. So let me say that again. Women are not evil. There's a small minority of women that are evil. Right? I have to say it like that because people will misinterpret it and take it and make it seem like it's something else. This woman happened to be black. I'm going to show you she's black, right? That does not mean black women are evil. There's a small minority of black women that are evil, but black women as a whole is not evil. I'm saying that for a reason because people are fucking stupid. Let's go.
Right.
And
how much you
again,
paying child support?
Yeah. I'm gonna pay nothing in child support.
Ooh.
Like I'm a good dad.
Hold on, but you travel all the time.
Yeah,
They're
but I'm still
on
a
different
good dad.
But you don't pay child support.
Why would I pay child support?
So you take them to school every day. You take them to the doctor's offices. You take them to practices.
I
you
mess
take them
with
to the
women
play
that got
dates?
themselves together.
Okay.
And
Like a true toxic man. You know what it takes physically? I would rather today, where I am today, I'm doing it alone.
Yes.
And it's hard. But you know how.
And we know why you're doing it. Get the fuck off my screen. We know why you're doing it alone, right? And we don't care. Right? We don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That man probably told you he didn't want to have a baby with you and you probably cared to turn me. Well, let me not make assumptions about that young woman. Right? Let me not make assumptions. Joe Budden said something stupid on the Joe Budden podcast about Drake and his negotiations with UMG. Not his negotiations, his lawsuits, I guess, right? Joe believes that, this real quick. Joe believes that UMG should do whatever they can to keep him, right? To keep him happy and all that stuff because he made him a lot of money and all that good stuff, right? Because if they don't keep him happy, he may like leave and go somewhere else, right? And if I'm UMG, I would tell Drake to go fuck yourself. Either you're gonna take this big ass check we gonna give you, or you're gonna complete the remainder of your contracts, and then we're gonna part ways. You know, we would not be bullied by you. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This nigga Joe was saying some wild shit about that. Like he was saying some crazy shit. Like the record label is like beholden to him. No, nigga, you did what we wanted you to do. Overperform. Thank you. Thank you for overperforming, Drake. Cool. Right? At this point, if I'm Drake, which I'm not, because I have no music business acumen whatsoever. This is strictly opinion. But if I was Drake, I wouldn't sign to anyone. I would just what I would do is like just create my own distribution company and distribute my own music through that and license it to everybody who wants to play it, you know, and that's it. That's all, right? Book your own tours, do all that shit. If he's not already doing shit like that already, right? But with that level of fame and money and access, I would try to separate myself from the music business completely. If I was Drake, I would still do music, but I think that he's the only person I think who can actually do this. And not even Hove could have done this, but I think he is the only artist that can run independent of the actual music business itself, right? It's like he can run he doesn't need relationships like that. And plus, I don't know a lot of these bridges are burned or not, but good business bring back people. So I don't really look at that battle as like people drawing a line in the sand and shit like that. Time heals all wounds, and good business is good business. What makes sense for both sides and shit like that. So, I'm anxious to see what comes from them lawsuits. I'm really anxious. I don't really care about all that Kendrick shit, right? That battle been over. But the real tea is his standings with the music companies and shit like that. Like that's the real story right there. Not like rap beef. Like that's cool for cool. That's cool to be cool. But the real shit is like where niggas gonna go when the negotiations fail, right? So it's really interesting. What's next? Fuck Myron Gaines again. It's important that we say that and we keep that up, right? He says disparaging things against black women. I don't like that, right? Holding black women accountable for their actions is not disparaging them, right? A lot of women get that shit confused, but it's not. But actively talking about how black women look, talk, all that stupid shit, like no, we're not doing that over here. So fuck Myron Gaines. What else? You ever ask somebody for help and they're like, they just tell you to pray and shit, and you just like, because you can't get mad. You can't really get mad at that type of advice, right? You can't get mad at it, right? You just can't. Somebody tell you to pray, you can't just punch a nigga in the face and shit like that. It don't work that way. But it's the most like, it's like that's the scapegoat. That's like the most blanket fucking advice you can give a nigga. Oh, just pray to God and you'll be all right. No. I mean, well, yeah, but I prayed before I talked to you. So what does that mean? And my prayers led me to you. So now what? You got $1 million? It's annoying. It's fucking annoying, right? It's super annoying. Okay. So the dudes from United Health, Brian Thompson, he got shot in the chest, I guess. And he died, right? Looked like an assassination attempt. And not attempt, but he followed through and shit like that. But you would think, actually, you know what? I understand why he doesn't have a lot of empathy in the comments for this stuff, right? I see it. I totally understand it, right? I totally get it, right? If you were responsible for denying so many people insurance claims and shit like that due to whatever the fuck you guys have made up, right? And people died because of it, and then you get killed in the manner that you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, sometimes you gotta just recognize when it's God's will. Like, you just have to recognize that. Like, we always think God's will are the good things that happen and stuff like that. But if you believe God is in control of all of this stuff, then the bad stuff is God's will as well, right? At least, you know, if you think that way, right? I kind of think that way. I kind of think God, the one all-knowing, all-seeing, creator of everything, stopper of nothing, but a creator of everything, right? The reason why we have breath in our lungs, the reason why the world is spinning the way it is, like. But outside of that, that's where he kind of stops and we kind of like take the reins and stuff like that. But we're still following footsteps that are probably pre-planned for us. I think so. So I get why Brian Thompson is not necessarily they're not putting candles out for him. They're like, fuck that dude. Right. And I get it. And I 100% empathize with those people, but I also empathize with the guy family and his kids and stuff like that, right? Nobody wants to see a guy get killed, but I worry if this, becomes a trend, right? This is how the public hold CEOs accountable for their actions by doing stuff like that, right? And if it starts like that, where does it stop? Right? So while I can be like, oh yeah, he got that dude, right? That's what he get for doing all that to that people, right? I could be like that on one hand, but on the other hand, I could be like, this can turn into a whole different other thing, right? So you gotta be careful for what you cheer for. Be very, very, very careful what you cheer for because it is nasty. All right. I did this without getting stuffy. I love all of you. Thank you for watching. Keep everybody in your prayers. Christmas is coming. Pause. And fuck Myron Gaines.